Hello and welcome to Struggle City Podcast. Today we have David,
Missy, and
I'm
Casey.
sick. And I'm sick.
What's going on, everyone?
I like how you wrote down the introduction.
Well, yeah, I feel more confident reading things.
Okay. That's funny.
This way it's consistent. We have a consistent
Because
opener.
Dave's still learning how to read.
I'm going to be an English teacher.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, that's the funny thing.
Well, yeah, if you have a sense of consistency, it's like coming home to an old friend.
It'll be great because he'll be learning along with the students.
Yeah. I mean, isn't that all teaching is? It's just relearning.
Well, I mean, it's constant learning, so yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, like, I'm doing a good job.
You're doing fine.
Yeah?
I wouldn't...
Well, how many teaching classes have you taken so far?
3.
Alright. He's getting there. He's moving.
3 or 4. I know last semester I took like basically a full semester of teaching.
Yeah, we'll wait till you get to practicum.
I know.
That's fun.
I can't wait.
Wait till you get to welcome.
Is this going to be like in every podcast thing where you're just like beyond inappropriate?
See, I don't think he was inappropriate. He was only saying welcome,
Yeah, uh-huh,
Welcome.
just with a really bad southern drawl.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Welcome to the podcast.
Oh my god, the horror. The horror of it all.
You don't
Yeah.
do it right.
Why don't I do it right? I do it just fine.
Oh my god.
Yeah, no,
Because every time I do it, you laugh.
you do it. Because you don't do it as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, doo-doo.
That's it for today.
We're very immature.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Fuck you.
Da.
Alright, so are we sticking with actually trying to be structured and talk about one specific thing?
I mean, we'll start off that way, and then we'll see what
see how
happens.
it goes.
Alright.
We were pretty structured last time.
Were we?
Yeah. We just went on
Yeah.
tangents, and we never really got back.
That's true, yeah.
And the funny thing is, most of them were started by you.
Yeah, and then you guys take it in different directions.
Yeah.
So I give, and then you just run with it.
We just
Yeah.
take.
We take, we don't give
I didn't
anything
want to
back.
say it that way.
We just take and we take and we take.
Alright, well, let's just talk about Christmas, because it's Christmas time. And I was telling you earlier with the whole elf scene.
And
I
the
saw-
one on Christmas.
Yes, and I saw
I
this
hate this movie.
the other day. I don't know for sure if it's a true thing or not, but in the movie Elf, there's a scene where the girl is showering.
I
And
believe
then,
Zoe did.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
because he
Yeah,
just, like,
Zoe did,
walks
she
in and starts singing.
yeah, but he's sitting up on the counter singing with her, and he has like the mind of a child. So obviously, this isn't anything
Right,
sexual.
so that's another thing I want to discuss real quick.
Can
But
I finish my story?
that's why I was letting you finish your story.
Okay. So what I heard was that they are trying to delete that scene when they show it on TV for 2 different reasons.
Oh,
And the one
fucking
reason makes
it
a
is
little more
fucking
sense, where it's
creepy.
like, oh, this is kind of sexual, whatever. Okay, I kind of understand that. And then the other reason is because Buddy the Elf has not specified that he is either male or female. So should he even
Oh my
be
god.
in the woman's
That's not
bathroom?
where I thought this was gonna go. This is
Uh-huh.
stupid.
Uh-huh.
Alright, fine.
So what were you gonna say?
So, he has the mind of a child, correct?
Yes.
And the story takes place over the course of, what, a few weeks at most,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
And then the movie ends with him and Zoe Deschanel having a kid.
Hmm. But that's like a year later.
Yeah. That's
Right,
like-
but that's a lot to take in a year is, oh, you were basically this man-child for a while, for your whole life, I'm gonna fuck you.
But he taught her how to have fun again and
And
how to like
she
believe
taught him a
in
few things.
magic and yes.
And
all
that bothers me. That bothers me. Because for all intents and purposes, for 99% of that movie, he's a giant boy.
Yeah.
So it bothers you because of his mindset or because of how quickly?
Both.
Yeah. I
Like, how quickly
agree.
he goes from, like, man-child to, oh, I'm okay with dumping a load in you.
Well, I think the issue with time, though, like, just look at other people. Like, some people date for, like, 6 months and then they
Right,
get
but he
engaged.
starts out as a man-child. He thinks he's a fucking elf.
Yeah, unless
Yeah.
we don't see any like actual development
Right.
over that time period, so we don't know if he is still a main child. But it's just safe to assume he probably is.
Yeah. I mean, it definitely isn't my favorite Christmas movie ever, which they're trying to get rid of my favorite Christmas movie, which is A Christmas Story, because it's so abusive
To what?
to kids.
How so?
Okay.
well.
Oh, what? Because he gets pushed down the stairs and the tongue on the lamppost?
Yeah, and like you'll shoot your eye out.
Right, because
like,
this is stupid, dumb kid shit.
Well, what about Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer? That's like clear bullying.
Yeah,
Right,
they're
but
trying to get rid of that too.
Why don't we just take away Christmas?
Because the point of it was bullying. That was the whole point of the story.
But see, this just goes back to what I said in the last podcast, where these kids are so damn soft.
It's not even the kids; it's the parents.
They're so flaccid.
It's the generation.
It's the parents that are raising the kids. The kids are fine. The kids are still figuring themselves out. It's the parents that are concerning.
Yeah, but then as the kids grow older and the parents have all this influence on them, it's gonna be the kids.
Not always. I mean, like, I'm not like either one of my parents completely.
Well, neither am
You know, I have my own views and my own opinions. But they don't follow them exactly.
My point is, if we make like our world soft for them, they're gonna grow up and be terrible people who expect, you know, the world to give them anything they want. They're gonna feel so entitled, and people are already complaining about how our generation, not you, Case.
I'm a millennial.
Yeah, he's technically.
Yeah, I'm a millennial.
I was hoping to make fun of his age one more time because he is 31.
I'm 30.
He's 31.
I'm just under the cusp for millennial, which I'm not super happy about.
Yeah, but like you can agree that everyone thinks that this generation is so entitled to everything. Like, no, we're not. And it just bothers me. Like, why are we taking away all of these learning opportunities for these kids? Like, yes, there's always going to be bullies. Like, is that terrible? Yes. But we shouldn't get rid of movies that show bullying and that show how to get past it. And especially classics.
Yeah, it's a classic, and they also changed it because there was a public outcry by children when it first came out that they never showed the Misfit toys coming back.
Because nobody wants
Rudolph
Misfit toys.
Promised that he would come back and help them.
I didn't even remember that.
Yeah, and they actually added in a scene with the Misfit toys at the end, showing that Rudolph did come back.
So he's
like
help them out. He's just like a great politician. He's just
see,
lying.
That's okay to me. Like, if you want to add stuff like that, that's fine. Just don't take anything away.
No, we live vicariously through these characters.
Absolutely.
So that's how you learn how to deal with bullies.
Right.
Without actually being bullied.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Kids are just sponges. Pick up everything.
Kids are diaphragms.
Huh?
Kids are diaphragms.
Easily punctured.
I thought he was going to say that.
Is Die Hard a Christmas movie?
No.
Okay, cool.
Never seen it.
You've never seen Die Hard?
Don't. It's bad.
Okay, well, see,
aside from having like a really stupid title, it's a really stupid movie.
I
here's a good
think
Christmas
the movie is good. And almost everybody I know thinks the movie is good besides Casey, which goes back to my point that Casey doesn't like anything good. Die Hard is not a Christmas movie because it has nothing to do with Christmas other than the fact that it happens on Christmas.
That is everything to do with Christmas, though.
Right.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
Like, if you look at Rudolph,
it deals with greed.
Rudolph doesn't happen on Christmas. It ends on Christmas.
Right.
So
but
why is that a Christmas movie?
It's also all about Christmas.
Okay.
It's all about Christmas. That's why it's a Christmas movie. Elf is a Christmas movie because it's all about Christmas.
They mentioned
Elf
Santa
is also
a
bad movie.
That's it.
In which one?
Elf.
Yeah, but he's an elf, and he's like trying.
No, he's a human.
No, he's an elf.
Like, he thinks he's an elf, but he's not.
Well,
he's
I don't think Die Hard is a Christmas movie. Almost everybody disagrees with me, but that's just my opinion.
I can't have an opinion. I've never seen it, but I believe that if it takes place on Christmas, it classifies as a Christmas movie.
Therefore, both Gremlins movies are also Christmas movies.
No, they
I
are
agree.
not.
100%.
Yes, they are.
Yes.
Gremlins?
Gremlins, yes, they
For
take.
Christmas movies.
Yes,
Yeah.
he in
Does
the
he get
in the
him?
first movie he gets Gizmo as a Christmas present.
Yep. So therefore, it's a
Okay.
Christmas movie.
And then the second one is still at Christmas.
But it's like a horror movie.
Okay.
So is Krampus.
Which was a terrible movie.
Krampus is a great movie.
No,
It is an
it's
amazing
not.
movie.
It's fantastic.
Casey literally only shows me the worst movies that I've ever seen. I have never cringed harder in my life than I have watching movies with him.
What was our first
Did you
movie
cringe at
together?
Krampus?
Did I cringe at Krampus?
You didn't.
I didn't.
That was
I
not
didn't.
a Krampus cringe.
Krampus cringe.
Krampus.
No, but
Well-
he when you showed me Thanksgiving 3, that was
It's
the
a bad. It's a
worst.
bad fucking movie.
And the Walrus movie Tusk.
Tusk
that
is-
was
Tusk is
also
great.
The
It's
worst.
part of a trilogy, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay. I still gotta watch that.
Wait till you
I
see the
was
second
legitimately
one.
excited about that one.
Wait till you see the second one. The second one will hurt.
I'm not going to watch the second one.
You should watch the second one.
No.
It's really bad.
It's culture.
It's real
It's
bad.
culture.
The second
How is
one's
it
real
culture?
bad.
Because sometimes cultures can be molded too.
It's got Nazis, and you're a racist, and you love that shit.
Why are you saying that? It's not true.
We're just slowly building up a
God.
repertoire of Missy being a racist on
I
the
am
internet.
not a racist at all. I just don't like assholes. Regardless of their race. Just don't be an asshole. How hard is that to understand?
Okay.
God.
I mean...
It just so happens that some of that ire is directed towards,
so
Towards what?
now you're a holist.
That's true.
Oh my god. Podcasts are not supposed to be just attacking me.
She puts a lot of things in 3 parentheses brackets, so...
What?
Yeah, I don't get that one either.
Yeah.
Oh, no?
No,
I'm
I'm
not
lost.
picking that up.
So, I don't know memes, but I know this shit. God damn it.
What is this shit?
I'm not going into it.
Wow, alright.
Well, now you got it.
We'll save that for the next podcast then.
Yeah.
Maybe.
We'll
We'll see.
We'll see.
If you're lucky enough to hear us again.
We're still just trying to figure all this out.
Other
I sit on the edge of this couch to make sure that y'all can hear me.
Yeah,
other good
you're
Christmas
spiking.
movies.
You're good.
Spiking. What case?
Other good Christmas movies.
Harry Potter.
No.
That is not a Christmas movie.
It's also
Christmas
garbage.
happens.
Christmas happens like throughout the year anyway, and that's
Yeah.
throughout the year that Harry is at Hogwarts.
Yeah,
Except
Christmas.
the summer.
There's a Christmas
Oh my God.
moment, and that's when they infiltrate the. I'm talking about only the Philosopher's Stone.
Okay.
That is a Christmas movie because the entire second half of the movie takes place right after Christmas.
But that doesn't make it a Christmas movie. I feel like just because the timeline revolves around Christmas, it doesn't make a Christmas movie. It has to involve, like, the themes that Christmas normally involves.
Greed.
Friendship.
Friendship, family,
Consumerism.
like, consumerism, fine. Greed a little bit, yeah. Some kind of, like, learning through
Learning
the
disability.
holiday, no.
Okay. Well, can I argue that friendship is a huge theme in Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone?
Yes, but that's a very vague...
And how Harry is the worst
No,
fucking friend
Ron
ever.
sacrifices his life. So this way Harry can move on to the next room to
Did
defeat
he
Voldemort.
honestly think that he was going to die
If a
playing
giant
chess?
stone sword was coming towards your head, and the game was intended to kill, yes, he thought he was gonna die.
However, he was... The sword was not at his head. He did not get impaled at all. He
It was in
went
his-
through the horse.
It was in his butt.
In the book, it's different.
I read the books a long time ago. Plus, why didn't he just jump off of the horse?
I read the
Ron
books when they
has
first
balls.
came out.
Ron is a brave boy. He's a Gryffindor.
Did you say he has balls?
Yeah, he's got
Why
balls.
does that make him brave?
I don't know.
Oh.
It doesn't.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
I-
shit.
I retract that comment. This way I don't die later.
Dave retracts his balls.
Essentially.
That's a whole other thing. That's a whole other thing. I'm not
What,
gonna
balls?
remember. Just that, like, that kind of topic and, like,
Yeah.
sayings.
Yeah. They gotta go.
Yeah, I'm not...
Oh,
thrilled
like
with it.
the way PETA was trying to change the way things are said?
PETA?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We talked about this.
oh,
We talked about this. Grab a rose by the thorns.
See, that one I don't mind.
That sounds sexy.
Instead of saying
It
grab
does.
the bull by the horns.
Yeah.
But why is it that we're changing a saying when literally, like, no animal is getting hurt by these sayings?
Because PETA's crazy.
But also,
You know.
no one's getting hurt by me saying grow a pair of balls.
This is true, but it just gives stereotypes that men are braver and stronger than women are, when literally a flick to your balls will send you to the ground. I'm getting a little...
So,
We're getting
so
heated. Let's not do this.
why does the change matter for PETA?
It doesn't. It's
Well,
just ridiculous.
I
Some of their,
agree with
the,
that.
like it was when they were trying to change the name of fish. That was just ridiculous. And I think
Oh,
that
wasn't
was
it like sea puppies?
sea kittens.
Sea kittens.
Sea kittens.
Yeah, I think that's ridiculous.
I'm adopting that.
And
I think
then
I think
then they're
that's
trying to
weird.
petition Ben and Jerry to use human breast milk in their ice cream.
I think that's very strange.
I was okay with it because
because-
that's fine.
Yeah.
They should at
I
least
like
make
trying
them-
new things, and I'm okay with the taste of breast milk.
Well, I wouldn't mind tasting them, like the difference, and seeing if I could taste it at all. If I can't taste it, then sure.
You're
I
gonna
don't
taste the
care.
difference.
Yeah, the human tatas to the cow tatas.
You're gonna taste the difference.
But really, how much though? Like with all the other flavors and all the other things that they put
I
into
think
their ice cream.
it'll be a consistency thing too. Maybe
I don't
Yeah, I hear human milk is a little bit more grainy.
it's interesting.
know. Okay.
Depends on what's eaten that day.
I don't think breast milk should be for anybody other than babies, like infants. And even
It's the
then,
only thing I'll put in my coffee.
oh my god.
So
even
let's
then,
bring
it's
this
just
back to
nasty.
Christmas.
Yes. Okay.
Which do you
Make
think
it a-
Santa would
Make
prefer?
it a white
Oh
Christmas.
my god.
Human tata milk or cow tata.
Santa's not like that.
Santa will be
okay?
happy with anything because Mrs. Claus has been dry for millennia.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Oh my god. He's also like an older man, so like old people don't really do it that much.
That doesn't mean he still doesn't get old man boners. And there's only so far that the elves can do.
Oh my god.
They are slaves.
They are not slaves. Guys, you are making Christmas into like this terrible like
Christmas is terrible.
You
No,
mean-
it's not.
Yes, it is.
Commercialism.
Christmas
Okay.
is
Granted,
shit.
I will say, yes, like people go a little crazy with the gifts and all that kind of crap. However, it's not about that. It's about being with your family and your friends and the joy of the holiday.
And where do you get the most joy?
Well, from Joe.
Okay,
It's
I'm
all
talking
cute.
about what
Thanks.
what actions partake on Christmas morning, and
Fucking.
that. All right, Christmas midday.
Fucking.
I mean, I've
Like-
had sex on Christmas Eve before. Does that count?
Like,
I'm
hey,
not talking about that kind of gift.
hey, guess where this candy cane's going?
Oh my god. Well, okay,
And your
yes, I will
chocolate
say,
asshole.
I will say that opening
Ooh,
gifts on
probably
Christmas
tastes
morning
alright.
is a really fun thing to do. But that's also because it's like, oh, like, what did I get? Like, yeah, okay, that's
okay,
a bit of
yeah,
that's
see,
like
you-
commercialism and consumerism, sure. But it's not all about that. Plus, I really enjoy buying for other people, especially if it's a really good gift.
You enjoy buying,
For other people.
But
It's
you
not
enjoy
like a
buying.
but
selfish
you
thing.
still it's still consuming.
Well, right, but then you can argue that anything is just consuming.
It all is.
Yeah.
Right, so then
That's
you
why we need
don't-
socialism and communism.
That's
Actually, I don't mind that idea.
I vote we just destroy
She's a
everything.
Oh
communist racist.
my god,
I knew it.
guys.
I knew it.
I just think, like, the idea... Okay, I have a lot of ideas like that, though, that I think would make sense, that have been proven to not make sense.
Do you have a
and
lot
not
of
work.
final solutions?
Huh?
Do you have a lot of final solutions?
What do you mean? Right.
An end to memes.
Oh my god.
Are you okay with concentrating people in
Oh
camps?
my god. Stop.
Okay, guys, we're getting off subject. We really need to concentrate more on what we're talking about here. Okay,
It's his fault.
we need.
This conversation's a gas.
So, how about
Ah. Ooh. Pineapple.
Yes, Christmas.
Christmas? All right.
Christmas.
How about Happy Holidays? How do you feel about that?
Is a hot dog a sandwich?
Yeah, instead of saying Merry Christmas.
Oh, well, since I'm, like, in all of these different education classes, like, they teach you, you know, all these kids are going to be so cultured, and everyone's from different places and all that. So it's important to know their culture. So I don't mind saying Happy Holidays, but I'm probably still going to say Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
Because that's what I celebrate, and then anybody else would be like, "Oh, Happy Kwanzaa" or "Happy Hanukkah," and then you shouldn't take offense to it because it's that, like, that's their culture.
Yeah, I feel as if you should feel fortunate that they are even saying anything to you like that and wishing you happiness of any type.
Yeah.
You know, like, good tidings. Good for you. Like, Happy
Yeah.
Kwanzaa.
So I work retail, and I have to say Happy Holidays. I'm not allowed to pick a side.
Okay.
I don't say Happy Holidays because I don't care what you celebrate.
Yeah, that's how I feel too.
So what do you say?
I don't say anything. People will say, you know, Happy Holidays, Merry Christmas, and I just say, cool.
Well, it also helps that, like, Happy Holidays, saying that in general just kind of rolls off the tongue. So it's not like it's a huge inconvenience to say those two words versus
Yeah.
other two words.
Yeah,
Which
yeah,
isn't
yeah.
really a big deal, but it just adds
I'm not
to
here for your
this.
convenience.
Yeah. Like, I mean, coming at it from, like, an agnostic point of view, I'm
Mhm.
enjoying the fact that Christ isn't in Christmas anymore as much.
Okay.
That it's not as prevalent anymore since it's commercialized.
Right.
And Jesus isn't so much the focal point anymore. I'm fine with
But
that.
then that goes back to what you were saying earlier, where it's all about consumerism and it's all
Yes.
about buying and this, that, and the other, when Christmas was originally about Jesus.
No, it wasn't.
No, it wasn't. It was
No, it
about
wasn't.
drinking and competing with the
Right.
pagans.
Okay,
Right.
well,
That was Yule.
Yeah. Which is actually in a
Yeah,
couple
okay,
days.
The,
but
the
for
Christians
other
just
people,
hijacked
like-
it.
whatever. The
Same thing with
point
Easter,
is-
too.
Yeah.
I don't like Easter. I've never liked Easter. I don't have great memories of Easter. And it was like a pointless holiday for me. I didn't understand it at
I
all.
don't think Jesus liked Easter too much either.
No, I kind of killed him a little bit.
A little bit.
I thought that was when he rose from the dead and then went
Well,
to
yeah,
heaven.
he started off dead, and then he woke
Right.
up from his really long nap.
But he
days.
had to wash people's feet first, and that's the worst part.
With
That's
open wounds.
That's
What?
disgusting.
I don't know this story very well. I don't touch religion. I have my own set of beliefs, and it doesn't go into anything with Jesus.
I touched religion for 13 years.
And then it touched
And
him.
religion touched me.
It touched him hard.
I was an altar server.
Oh my gosh. I remember I had a friend who was an acolyte or something like that. And like I went to see what that was, and I was just so confused the entire time being in church. I didn't understand it.
Because you don't do anything. You just sit there and act amazed.
Well, I didn't understand when you stood up versus when you sat down, and I could never find the pages in the book to like sing.
I love looking for the pages.
Oh god, that was terrible. Plus
Well,
the organ just sounds so depressing.
Because it's an organ.
Yeah, organs are depressing.
Mm.
Like my heart.
God. Alright, so then I mentioned my favorite Christmas movie. So what is yours?
Mine?
Mm-hmm.
Honestly? Probably Elf.
Really?
Yeah, I love Elf. I just love how stupid and just outlandish it
You
is.
could say playful instead of stupid.
No, it's
I
stupid.
could, but it's
real
pretty
dumb.
dumb.
Alright.
It's a
real
pretty dumb
dumb
movie. It's Will Ferrell.
I own it.
Don't
And
have
it's a
high
dumb
hopes for it.
movie.
No, I don't really like Will Ferrell all that much. In fact, that's the only movie I do like him in.
Same.
Yeah.
I only bought it
Oh,
because
yeah.
I was going through my Zoe Deschanel phase.
I like her as a blonde.
I don't like her as a
I
blonde.
don't
like
like
her
her
as a blonde.
brunette. Brunette.
I'm into blondes though, so like that's
Well,
yeah.
everyone has
That's
their own
just
thing.
This is true.
So, would you guys rather get?
I like how you asked him his favorite Christmas movie, not mine.
Well, it's good.
You don't like anything. Casey,
Hey, Casey, what's your
Christmas movie?
You condescending fucks.
Do you even know what that means?
Do you know what Christmas means?
Do you know what condescending means? That is the most condescending thing ever. My father said that to me years ago, and I was like, "Are you kidding me?" It was the worst. But yes, what is your favorite Christmas movie?
Do you know what favorite means?
Do you know your name?
No, because he says like he sneezes every time we ask him his name
This is
or
true.
burps,
Yeah.
like fucking Rick
Like,
Sanchez.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Hey.
Hey,
Hey,
it's
hey.
a tie between Krampus,
Mm-hmm.
the first Gremlins,
Right, shit.
yeah,
Forgot about Krampus.
and Rare Exports.
I've never even heard of that last one.
Rare Exports is great. It started off as a YouTube short about the care and maintenance of your Santa, and then it turned into a movie where this little kid who lives on a reindeer farm has to contend with Santa's helpers trying to defrost Santa.
What?
It's great.
Okay.
It's wild.
Well, I would say pick Krampus because it was legitimately an okay movie.
It's a great movie.
It's okay.
It's
I-
great.
It's alright.
It's great. Shut the
It's
fuck
alright. The ending was good. I'll give it that.
I
up. You
hate-
hated the ending.
Did I?
Yes, you did.
Okay, I normally hate
Jesus
endings.
Christ,
But
you
as
can't
I'm
even.
remembering it, I liked the ending. Normally, I hate the endings.
No, because as soon as it ended, you turned to me and went, "What a fucking waste of time."
I thought I did that with The Thing.
You did that with that as well.
Okay, there we
The
go.
Thing is a great movie.
The Thing's also a great Christmas movie.
That is not a Christmas movie. Don't even. Don't even. No. Absolutely not. No.
It takes place in the Arctic.
That doesn't mean anything.
Alright, no.
No.
That's a
Oh
reach.
my god.
That's like saying National Treasure
Treasure.
is a Christmas movie because it opens up in the Arctic.
It is, because Nicolas Cage is a gift to all.
That is so not true.
Yes, it is.
No.
Nicolas Cage is great.
Okay, hang on. Do you guys actually give lists to people of things that you would want for Christmas?
No, because I'm poor, so I don't expect anything from anyone.
Okay, Casey, do you?
Every once in a while.
Okay. Because I do too. And,
I usually only ask for, like, practical things, though.
well, me too.
Like, give me socks and pants and stuff.
Socks and underwear.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't ask for that. I do still have a little bit of, hope for people to consider.
Put some thought.
Yeah. But I just can't stand when you're like, oh, what do you want for Christmas? And they're like, I don't know.
Well, like this year, I asked for, like nice dress shirts and some ties. Like, I asked for interview clothes.
Mhm.
That's it.
Okay.
That's what I did too.
Yeah.
I got a nice shirt from
Mhm.
Sears.
See, you guys asked for, like, adult things. I asked for, like, themed curtain, or, goddamn.
I mean, I asked for
Themed shower curtains.
That's
I-
an adult thing.
I
Are you
asked-
kidding me?
I asked for records too, but mostly just like interview clothes.
I want a lollipop. Oh my god, you weirdo. Well, my uncle had texted me and asked me what I wanted, so I gave him a couple ideas, and I asked him what he wanted. and he only said to me, money, cars, and girls. And I was like, okay, I can't really do anything with that. So then Joe and I were out shopping, and he's like, well, why don't you go with that? And I was like,
Get him Barbie dolls?
Okay, I did. I got him a Barbie. I got him a Barbie doll, and I got him some Hot Wheels cars.
Nice.
Oh, that's awesome.
And then I was just going to give like a $5 bill in a card or whatever. But I spent at least 10 minutes trying to figure out which Barbie he would like better. Because they don't make Barbies like how they used to, like when I was a kid. Because I had really great Barbies.
Because they added colored ones.
Oh my god.
Oh my God.
But no, their bodies were that fake, Barbie look, whereas now it's like more realistic, which is good. But I'm just not used to it. So I went back and forth between the one in the dress and the one in the bathing suit.
Wait, don't they have a Barbie that gives birth, or did I imagine that?
No,
No,
they did.
They did?
They
Okay.
did.
Okay, because I remember reading an article about that, and people were up in arms.
I mean, it's interesting.
Oh, and there's also another like controversy going on.
Oh,
around
the gay
Barbie
Barbies?
right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, gay Barbies.
Yeah, people are really mad about that.
Yeah. Why?
There's two Barbies. Kens.
Well,
I should
no,
really
this
say.
started out as like somebody made this themselves, and now Mattel's like, oh, this is great, we want to do this.
Yeah,
Okay.
where they have two Ken dolls together inside of a box being sold together
Yeah.
Okay.
as like a marriage package.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. But my thing is, the only problem I see with this is that Mattel is missing out on a total like marketing opportunity here.
Okay.
They could sell everything separately and make so much more money.
This
It's
is
called
true.
Make Your Own Couples.
That's true.
Boom, right there.
My-
And
Yeah,
you're
but
selling
then-
$2 for exorbitant, like insane prices.
That goes back to consumerism,
Yeah, that's what makes the world turn.
unfortunately.
Gotta bring
Well, are
that
they
dough.
are they going to do that with the females too? Like,
Yeah,
are they going to
everything.
make lesbians?
Probably, more than likely.
What about the bisexuals?
Do they have scissoring action?
Oh
Yeah,
my god.
That's what I'm saying. Make your own couples.
Right. Okay.
Package them separately.
Where's the horse? What
That's
if I want to
interesting.
marry a horse?
Have them all naked in the box and then sell the clothes
I-
separately.
No, I
Boom,
wouldn't. I
right
wouldn't
there.
have them naked in a box.
Why, they're
Why
all
not?
smooth.
No,
I came out
because-
naked in a box.
in a box.
From a box.
No, I don't think that they should be sold naked. I think they should at least come with like one set of clothes. Oh my god.
Nah.
That was like the best part though, was going to get all the different clothes for your Barbies, for
Mhm.
sure.
Sure, because I know that.
Because the both of you know so much about this.
Whoa, hold on, time out.
What?
I played with Barbies as a kid.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Well,
I
you
played
also-
with dolls and dollhouses too.
You also have a little sister.
Well, she's younger than me.
It's true.
Right, but didn't you ever like play with her?
No.
Really?
Yep,
I
played by
thought-
myself.
Well, he did, and then he got sent away for a few months.
Jesus fucking
I
Christ.
knew he was going there. I knew it. I hit him, don't worry. But they also have Barbies that like you can put stickers on, like with tattoos
Yeah.
and stretch marks and acne and
It's
stuff.
pretty badass.
I like that. I think
Yeah.
that's pretty cool. Because they never had that before.
Yeah, I used to play. I had this little like RV for like little Barbie dolls, but I would
Yeah.
play with my Pokemon in there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
My dad thought I was gay, but that's okay.
But that's but it doesn't matter
No.
whatever sexuality, whenever. It's
Yeah,
you
you
know.
do you. You do you.
Yeah,
You
until
play
you
with Barbies like your uncle. That's fine.
he doesn't play with Barbies, but I just thought it'd be funny to get him that.
Not yet.
Not yet. I did get him the blonde though.
Ah.
I found out he likes blondes. My grandma told me.
Well, that just upped the creepy level.
A little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. A little bit. But the Barbie was only like $4, which is pretty cool too. And they make
Yeah.
them so much bigger now.
Yeah,
They're like really big dolls.
it's because the labor over in China got cheaper.
It's true.
Oh my goodness.
Shout out to Trump.
Ugh.
Let's not even touch it.
Nope.
No.
I hate him too. Don't worry.
Let's just not bring it up.
Yeah.
I'm not touch it.
Let's just not bring it up.
Mhm.
No.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I don't know what else Christmassy things to talk about. Oh, okay. How long, or how old were you until your parents like stopped making you go see Santa?
They never really did.
They never did that for you?
I have two siblings,
I
so it
kind
lasts
of wish.
forever.
Oh, okay.
I kind of wish they'd taken the approach my sister does and just not do Christmas. She does Yule,
Yeah, I feel that.
which I'm cool with.
Keep out the bad spirits.
Her kids
Yeah.
are aware that Santa is a lie, but they can't talk about it in class.
Yeah.
And everybody else in class does Christmas things, so I feel bad for them for having to deal with Christmas.
Well, I mean, a lot of Christmas traditions come from Yule, so
Yeah, but nobody wants to acknowledge Yule.
which is well, unfortunately, it's because it's pagan.
Well, didn't they just acknowledge that in Sabrina?
Well, yeah, but she's also a witch, which
Yeah.
is
Right.
like negative connotations.
Yeah,
Right.
but I mean, it's
Like,
there.
there's legitimate Satan stuff in that.
Yeah, actually, the Church of Satan's suing Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
of the
there's
use of the statue.
their Baphomet was way too.
Accurate to the actual thing. I was like, oh, all right. Well, this is good publicity for the Church of Satan.
You know, Ghost Adventures went to the house where the Church of Satan was created, and
Out to Aleister Crowley's house.
and did an investigation there.
I can't take that shit seriously.
I
That guy is such a fucking goofball.
I don't think so.
His
I think
name
it's great.
Zach
Ghost
Baggins.
Ghost Adventures, I was about to say. Satanism? Nah, that's great. I love Satanism.
It's interesting.
Satan's cool. I'm fine
Yeah.
with him.
You guys say this as if it's like such a cool thing to
Satanism
be
is-
evil.
It's not
It's
evil.
not evil.
Have you ever looked at the Ten Commandments, air quotes, for
No,
Satanism?
because
They're
Oh, no,
they're
not at all.
super inclusive
Sure,
and
sure, why not?
You'll-
Yeah, but then if you really
I'm
like,
gonna convert.
no, I do know a little bit about it, but it just seems like I would never want to worship the devil.
There is no devil worship. It's just a front.
yeah.
It's really just a
Okay.
bunch of people who are against a specific religion in the government.
Okay, so it's not like Sabrina at all.
No.
Okay, which I didn't
that's
learn
an
that
extreme.
just from Sabrina, but
Yeah, that's an extreme idea.
Which is a great
of it.
show.
Yeah, it's an amazing show. Put this way,
But it's hysterical that she's the worst character on her own show.
yeah, that's kind of funny.
I don't know. I like her.
I like what's her face, the seer. I forget her name.
Roz?
Yeah, I like Roz a
Yeah.
lot more.
I
think
love,
Roz is awesome.
Hilda.
Hilda's awesome.
She's
Oh, I love
fantastic.
Hilda.
Hilda and Mrs. Wordsworth, my favorite.
Who's the guy? Ambrose? I like him a
Ambrose
lot,
is
too.
great.
Ambrose
He's
is
a lot of
amazing.
fun.
I want more Ambrose.
Mhm.
I also just have the biggest crush on Miss Wordsworth.
You just like older ladies.
Well, she was also on Doctor Who. She was
I don't
Missy.
understand that show. I don't like it.
She was Missy on Doctor Who.
Oh, hey!
Yeah.
How about
But
that?
she was also very evil.
Well, alright.
What's
Let me
wrong,
see.
what is wrong with liking older women, number one?
Basic tenets. So, like, the 9 satanic statements.
Oh, there's 9.
Yeah.
Okay.
Satan
Okay.
represents indulgence instead of absence.
Yeah, but then
Abstinence.
absence. But then that also teaches you obedience a little bit, and this is teaching you, oh, just do whatever you want all the time.
Yeah. Satan represents vital existence instead of spiritual pipe dreams.
But it can be spiritual existence too.
Yeah.
You don't have to belittle it.
Undefiled wisdom instead of hypocritical self-deceit.
Okay, I'll take that one.
Kindness to those who deserve it instead of love wasted on ingrates.
I will take half of that because
Good, you're an ingrate.
I do believe that everybody needs love every once in a while. Like, sometimes it's a lot harder to be kind and to love other people, but I still think they deserve it occasionally. But
No.
yes, be kind to those who deserve it, and maybe sometimes be an asshole to those who are an asshole to you.
Yeah.
But that's
It's fun to be an asshole.
And Satan represents all of the so-called sins as they all lead to physical, mental, and emotional gratification. Like lust, greed.
yeah.
So basically it's saying indulge in yourself because there's nothing else.
Pretty much.
But
yeah.
see, I don't think that there's nothing else. I mean, I don't
And
know. That's
Sa-
I don't like that one.
I like it.
I like this 9th one. Satan has been the best friend of the church, as he has kept it in business all these years.
This is true.
Yeah. That's funny.
I dig that last one.
It's a good one. They have a good sense of humor sometimes.
Yeah. But these are like the commandments, basically.
Mhm.
It's the 11 satanic rules of the earth. Do not give opinions or advice unless you are asked.
I mean, that's a good rule to live by, but I don't follow that rule.
You really don't.
Yeah, you don't.
Jesus
I
Christ.
constantly give out my opinions, but it makes for good conversation, and
As long as you're right.
that is not true. I can actually be very much an adult when it comes to talking about certain subjects. And people don't believe me. Everyone thinks that I'm just the crazy bitch who, like, yells all the time and like, basically says, no, fuck you, I'm right. And yeah, sometimes I do, but I can actually, like, take it seriously. Nobody believes me.
I mean,
I have no friends.
by having a conversation, the other person's inviting
Yeah, you have no friends.
other
Yeah.
conversation.
Alright,
So-
what's the last?
As the person that drove you to your praxis on his day off sits here.
Thank God. I wasn't going driving there.
Do not tell your troubles to others unless you are sure they want to hear them.
Keep your shit to yourself.
I think everybody needs somebody to talk to, though. Like, the only people who would want to hear are, like, people who think that, you know, you're close. They think that they're close to you, and you might not be. Like, your mom might think, oh, like, my daughter is my best friend, and blah, blah, blah. But then you wouldn't think that with her.
Yeah.
So then the only people you can really say that for are therapists because they're getting paid for it.
Well, also just asking, like, hey, can I talk to you? And if they say yes, that's permission to talk.
Yeah, but who's really going to say no?
I would.
Yeah, I mean, like, if
Every time I've asked you to talk...
Because I care about you, bitch.
See? Right there.
I don't know.
The fact that he says yes.
I think
is
that
giving
that
permission.
one's a little fuzzy for me.
Well, you know. When in another's lair, show them respect, or else do not go there.
Oh.
Sure, but I don't
Welcome
think you
to
should say
my
lair.
Well, it kind of fits
You're
with
in
the
my
theme.
lair.
It does fit with the theme.
You know, Satan.
You're in my lair.
Praise Satan.
Yeah, I'm not going to say that.
I'm fine saying it.
I'm not gonna say it.
If a guest in your lair annoys you, treat them cruelly and without mercy.
That's a little much.
That's
without mercy, like, you could do a lot of things without mercy and treat them cruelly.
That's
like,
true.
you could take them to the basement and, like, attack them.
It's on private property.
Force. That's not, it doesn't make it better.
You've offended me in my lair.
Like,
Get out.
no, that's not how that works at all.
And you're taken to the extreme. Most of these...
Have you met me?
Well, yeah.
I take everything to the extreme. I'm very dramatic. Which it's so funny, like, when we do these, like, I just sound so unlike myself. It's like, I really sound like I'm like, yay, Christianity! And I'm like, not religious.
Yay, Satanism!
You are channeling your sister.
Ew, stop. Fucking stop. Oh my god.
Do not make sexual advances unless you are given the mating signal.
Abso-fucking-lutely.
Ooh, what's the mating signal?
It's when I wiggle in my tush and show my feathers.
Oh.
That one I 100% agree with. That is such a freaking problem in the world, and it's the biggest thing that pisses me off in this world.
Yeah. And the Satanists are like, yeah, don't do it.
The Satan jisms.
Because in the Bible, it basically says, yeah, it's cool, just do it.
I have not read the Bible, so I can't say, nor will I
It's
ever
a
read it.
Fucking dull read.
It is.
That's what I hear, and it's long.
God has a really high kill count.
Yeah, he does.
There have been a lot of Christians or Catholics or whatever who I've met who are just like the worst people, and they're such hypocrites. And I'm not saying that's like the religion in general. It's just it's turned me off from even learning about Christianity because I've met so many people who are like, you have to love my religion and do what my religion says in order to, you know, be a good person. It's like, no.
And that's most religions in general.
This is true.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, but like if you look at like Buddhism versus...
Buddhism's not really a religion, though.
Yeah, Buddhism
Jesus
isn't a
Christ,
religion.
guys.
No, it's
My
more of
God.
a way of life.
Yeah.
You know, it's an ideal. It's a belief system, like you have.
Whatever.
Yeah,
And same
like
thing with
there's
Taoism.
no set pantheon to worship.
Nah.
It's so dark in here.
What, you don't like the dark?
Do you want to turn off the dark?
Turn off the dark?
Yeah, introduce light.
Oh my god.
Let there
All
be
right.
light.
Do not take that which does not belong to you unless it is a burden to the other person, and they cry out to be relieved.
Yeah, thou shalt not steal.
Relieve me.
That's in the Bible, yes.
Relieve me of my semen.
If you're
Oh,
crying
God.
out, sure,
I am.
I will help you.
Oh, no.
Cry out my safe word.
Acknowledge the power of magic if you have employed it successfully to attain your desires. If you deny the power of magic after having called upon it with success, you will lose all you have obtained. Bracing.
It's ridiculous.
I don't know. I hate people.
Alright, this one's good. This one's good. Do not complain about anything to which you need not subject yourself.
She's already lost.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna follow that.
Oh, do not harm little children.
Sure, that's a good one.
Can I like
But then what exactly is harm? Like, that's subjective.
like a
If it's bullying, well then fuck.
is it like can I just like give him a solid punch in the face?
I mean, like, do you bully little children?
Well, it depends on what bullying is. Like, there's being tough, and then there's, like, you know, legit bullying.
Do
Where,
you,
like, bullying these days is considered, oh my god, she yelled at me, she's bullying me.
You do yell a lot.
I was gonna yell right then too.
She got really quiet, started whispering. It's just like, I'm not gonna do it.
No, but like I said before, it's just making everybody soft. I can't deal with it. I can't.
If it's any consolation, I'm pretty hard right now.
Why?
We're talking about Satan.
Like, my God, I can't.
My Satan.
I can't with you. I like how sometimes Dave and I are like trying to actually have a conversation, and then every once in a while Casey just throws in the sexual like comedic relief, and it's like, okay.
Casey just throws
This is
in,
what
hey,
this
I got a
is.
boner.
I feel like shit, so I don't feel like being serious
No,
today.
you're fine.
Hey, my dick is hard. Alright, Casey.
Oh
Thanks.
my God. That's so awkward. That is such a weird thing. That was such a weird thing for me to wrap my head around when I was younger. I didn't
Wow, you could find
understand.
one that you could wrap around your
Yeah.
head? That's impressive.
No, I was
That
just
is very
I
impressive.
was very confused when I was a kid. I didn't
How do you
understand.
think we feel?
Like, girls' bodies just make more sense.
You
But
guys,
we're
are,
not
you
gonna
guys
say
are
that.
pretty streamlined. We'll give you that.
Yeah. You don't have any extra bits.
No, we don't. I mean, our insides are a little more complicated.
Yeah, that's the insides. You
Yeah.
don't have to directly.
Nobody cares
handle
about
it.
the inside mess.
You also don't bleed
No,
for a couple
no.
days every month.
No, that's not confusing.
And don't die.
Yeah, that's
That's the magic part, is that you don't die.
Well, I mean, it's not really that much you lose.
It's magic.
it
I
is
do,
kind of.
You're
I
ma-
do love magic.
Your magic gash.
It's like blood magic. You know what I mean?
Blood magic.
Your
That's what you
magic
can sell your soul
gash.
for.
Yeah.
See, I would never sell my soul if that was a thing.
But if you could sell your soul to not bleed, how about that?
Alright.
I don't know.
So enough about bleeding from your vagina.
I mean,
The 10th one is do not kill non-human animals unless you are attacked or for your food.
Okay.
I can agree with that. I
Yeah.
feel like that's a pretty
No.
decent rule.
kill them all.
Animals? That's not like you. That means that people can kill your cats for no reason.
Oh no, people get killing cats.
He's very back and forth.
That's fine. And then the final one is when walking in open territory, bother no one. If someone bothers you, ask them to stop. If they do not, destroy them.
Yes!
That's when you go a little
Destroy
far.
them!
I mean, like, if somebody comes up to me, I can verbally destroy somebody and then walk away.
And then that's bullying.
Can I turn them into
But they
food?
they bothered me in open territory.
But what is bothering you? Like coming
Whatever
up
you
and
consider.
asking you for directions? That's bothering you?
If you consider being asked for directions being bothered, then yes.
It's not a bother. That's like helping other people. Why is it a bad thing to help other people?
It's a terrible
It's not.
thing.
It's only a bad thing if you consider it a bad thing. It's very much a self-exploration.
Alright.
It's
Yeah.
a garbage thing to
Wait.
help people.
Which is why they say, don't help other people unless ask for the help, because you're ruining their own journey. If you're just shoving yourself into their story, you don't want to be shoved into somebody else's story.
I'm just gonna nod.
Ignore
Yeah.
that. Yeah, you just don't want to.
You don't want to shove?
You don't want to shove
When
into
push
someone
comes to
else's
shove?
story. Corner somebody. I don't know.
All right. They are talking about how I forced Casey to be friends with me, and he apparently doesn't regret it. And I have given him every opportunity to leave. Like within the first couple of weeks that we've been friends,
That's
I was
true.
like, "Here are all my secrets, and here's me crying, and like if you're afraid, then leave."
And did I?
No.
No.
So you can't bitch and complain,
I don't.
but you tell people that story.
Because it's funny.
Because it's a really funny
But
story.
that makes me sound like like a savage. Like
No, it's a really-
I attacked you.
It's also really funny because it makes me sound. Well, it doesn't make me sound. I am very awkward, but it just kind of builds onto that interesting dynamic.
It wasn't like, one day I just decided to literally corner him. No, like, the previous semester, we sat next to each other, and I, like, tried all the time.
It was like across the aisle.
It was across an aisle that was, like, 2 feet?
Sure.
Yeah. Not much. And so I would try to talk to him all the time and, like, start up a conversation because I thought he was an interesting person.
Boy, was she wrong.
And then he would leave. He would, like, run
You're
out the door and leave. And I still had to get my backpack and my coat and my purse. And it was like, what the fuck?
I did not run.
You
ran.
I did not run.
You
Casey,
ran.
you run out of classrooms.
You ran.
You run.
You hate it there. So then, the next semester, I walk into class early as hell, and there he is. And I was like, nope, this is happening. This is happening. I'm going to be friends with you. And that's how we became friends.
I mean, I'm happy with it. I've been thrilled with it ever since.
It's just a good story.
I'm alright with it.
Yeah.
It's
I give
hyperbole
you
in the best way.
good presents. I drive you places.
He drives me a lot of places.
I drove you to your goddamn praxis.
You mentioned that already.
Yeah.
Are you still bitter?
I'm not bitter about it. I'm just, mentioning it.
Well, I'm sorry that I have anxiety about driving in the city.
I didn't say it was a bad thing. I'm just stating that I drove you to your praxis.
You did. And I've done things for you, so...
This is true.
Friendship.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look at that spike in the audio when you snapped right by the mic. Oh.
Tiny little thing.
Great, it's broken.
Yeah.
It's fucking broken.
Destroyed the mic, Missy. Good job.
I don't know what else to talk about with Christmas.
I mean, were we really talking about Christmas?
We were. That was where we started.
Were talking about Yule.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
And then Satanism and how I'm a Satanist and
Are you legit?
For the most part, I believe in their ideals. Yeah.
Have you do you practice? Have you committed to the church?
There really is.
Have
no
you written your
practice.
name in the Book of the Beast?
Not yet, but I am a magician, so maybe
You are a magician.
maybe eventually.
You haven't done magic for me in a long time.
I haven't done magic in a long time
That's upsetting.
because I'm not allowed to practice anymore because I haven't signed my name.
The beast. God, that's funny.
Is it?
Yeah.
How would I know it's funny if you didn't tell me it was funny?
You know what? This is why you need a friend like me, so I can tell you when to laugh and when to cry and
Never
when to
had a friend
breathe.
like me.
I did have to practice how to smile when I was little, so...
On
I
that
made
note,
your life so much better.
on that note, I think we should wrap it up.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yep.
Have we reached our quota of bullshit?
I feel like I sound like such a bitch.
I mean,
Constantly.
we're all kind of outside of our comfort zone by doing this.
A little bit, yeah.
I mean, we're all generally kind of quiet. Even you, Missy. I mean, you're kind of... When you're not in our group, you're a little reserved.
Yeah.
You know?
Soft-spoken.
Yeah, so... This is all kind of outside of who we are. I never talk. I don't talk.
You don't.
And
You
this
really
is the most
don't.
I talked, all week.
It's true.
Oh,
You know.
well, otherwise you're drinking.
Yeah, and I don't remember if I talk or not. So,
That's why you just need to record yourself.
Oh, God.
I like how you wanted this to be 45 minutes and it's 47.
Okay, it's 2 minutes.
Oh my god, it's 2 minutes.
And I'm trying to wrap it up.
I know. I'm gonna move on to you. I'm just gonna be a pain in the ass.
I'm not gonna, break a conversation.
That's what you're good at.
You know.
I will. Okay, bye.
All right.
Alright, that's fine.
Thanks for listening, guys.